Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Joia. I like planners and stickers and hauls and flip throughs. I also am a nurse, so I have been trying to incorporate my career change, and all things involving nursing, as well as dibbling into some more of the lifestyle things. As much as I'm like comfortable sharing outside of what I share in my planner, um, without talking too much and jeopardizing anyone's privacy. So if you like that sort of thing, please consider subscribing and then turn on your bell notifications. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and checking out today's video. Today is going to be a plan with me. This is for the week starting May 16th, which happens to be my sissy's birthday. And we took a nice little trip. I'm sad that it's over because I was really enjoying our time together. But none of us are millionaires at this moment, so we all have to go back to work. But I'm going to be using this kit called Little Things. This was included in Sadie Sticker's advent calendar for 2021. I believe I did show that when I actually received it, when I was doing my unboxings, as well as in the kit lineup for the month of May. So if you guys have not seen that video, make sure you go ahead and check out that video. Let me show you everything that came in with this. So these are the kit itself. So this is the 9 full boxes. This is in her gold. And for anybody that doesn't know Sadie stickers, when she uses gold on her stickers, it looks like a matte gold. But when you use it in her like deco pieces and such, it looks like the regular gold, unless you're getting transparent matte, because it looks a lot better. Now I'll say. So those are the 9 full boxes. Here's the second page. You got some icons at the top that matches. Sorry for all the noise outside. You got some boxes here. You have like deco pieces, washi strips, some layering things, your sidebar items, checklist, flags. This here is the bottom washi, super pretty. Date covers with your like extra things. This is like an older kit format. So, because these are no longer here, and then that bottom page they get like a little bit of a revamp. She also doesn't have a lot of those layering icons anymore as well. So in the advent calendar, she gave you one each of these deco sheets. So one a little bit more lavender base, and then one a little bit more in the rose color base. And then one of her like $2 Tuesdays, I think, or one of the releases that she had, she actually put these in the shop so you can buy more. So I bought 2 more of the rose and 1 more of the lavender. I figured these colors are very neutral enough that they'll probably go with other kits in the future if I don't use them all. And then this also came in the advent calendar. This is like a swatch page in her transparent color and like her transparent matte paper. So that is everything, that the base of things that I will be using for today's plan with me. So let's go right ahead and jump into it. All right, so here we are. I decided to put down the washi and do like my date cover deco, which I think is cute, and decided to come back and do my sidebar and then go into the day by day. So considering this is my sissy's birthday week, I let her pick the doll. At first I was going to throw some butterflies in it because she loves butterflies just like I do. But then I just changed my mind. Just kind of kept it how it is. Just pulling out a couple more things to use when I start the planning. Then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the top, because well, not the top, the like top, well, the top of the sidebar. Let me get my words together here, sis, because we ain't making no damn sense. Okay. I think I'm gonna do the normal like things across the bottom like I have been doing. The line dividers. Y'all forgive me. Hopefully this won't be a hot mess express. Let me go ahead and add those in now, and then we'll start on the sidebar. All right, so now what I'm thinking about is, do I want to do something a little different on both of these? I don't know. So when I say something different, I mean like in regards to maybe like using this at the bottom with some floral, maybe still, excuse me, using the line, but like making some little scene and then doing it on both sides, so then that way it kind of keeps it cohesive. Now of course they're going to be different colors because that's just what it is. I would definitely do probably, I think I'll do both of the pinks, and I'll do this pink on this side because this is a little bit closer to what her favorite color pink is. And then let's take a look here. I'm gonna pull both, one not using, one use. Maybe I can take another of these bouquets and cut it in half, especially since I have 3. So let's do that. Like do this with that. And then I'm gonna take the line divider, put that over it. So just keep that cohesive. And I think that would be cute because her, no, it's like one thing. Okay. So let's start at the well, let me do this other side real quick. All right, I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing over here. So let's hope that this Exacto did not fail me, cutting around her legs and feet. Let's see. Hey. All right. I kind of want her a little off center because I almost want it like she's walking into Monday, because my sister turned a milestone. So all right, so let's figure out what we're doing up here. We're definitely going to still do this box here at the top. And then I'm gonna take one of these pretty pink dividers, Put that at the top to make it cohesive. These are a little longer or a little wider than the box, but we gonna keep it as is. Now I think I want to try to use some of the like little swatches. Now most of these are like the pinks and stuff, so I think I'm gonna do this one. And all right, I cut it right. All right, so we got that little wash of color. We're gonna do streamers again on this side. Keep it cohesive since it is on the full box. And then she actually has this like hat thing, so I was going to layer it with one of these hats here. Let's do the one with the hearts. Oh, I need a mace grip. We're gonna do letters to Apollo. All right, we're gonna do letters to Apollo since that is the, and then let's throw some of the flowers up here. Got a smaller one, yeah. And then we're gonna take some of these little streamer celebratory things here. And maybe another one over here. All right, let's see. So she's gonna be there. So we can take another one of these. We're gonna put it at the bottom. All right, and then for the side here, I wanted to say I pulled, we can put that down below near her bum, maybe. That'll be her bum. So that's gonna be over there. So, all right, I think I'm still gonna put this. So let me move this without cutting myself. Okay, and then over here, let's add a couple. Let's see, where is it at? Look. All right, sorry I got silent, but I think that's it. And then I'll put in our little hashtag that we like to use. But that's for Sistie's. So here's a full sidebar. All right, and let's get into the day by day. So, all right, on to Monday. So Monday was my sissie's birthday. So I'm gonna be putting stuff down, referencing my plans. But I'm gonna just kind of talk about the trip. So my sister wanted to definitely do something for this birthday. She doesn't live in state with us anymore, and oh yeah, that's a cute box, and it's pink. And you know, she wanted to be able to hang with all of us and, you know, spend her milestone birthday with, you know, us ladies, you know. So she wanted to do this trip, and originally we were talking about doing something out of state. But at that moment, like when we were really thinking about like booking stuff, it kind of became like, oh, I don't really know, just because COVID was still like being weird. And you know, it was just, it was too many factors weighed into this where things could have went left or right quickly. So we ended up opting out of going out of the state, decided to stay in state, and ended up choosing NOLA, so, or New Orleans, for anybody that doesn't know. So we ended up all like booking. Sissy did the damn thing because she was like, I'm gonna book my room, and anybody wants to come, you will be there. And I said, good for you, because the crazy part is, you know, it kind of like, it's kind of like, you know, when you, if you guys ever been on trips with friends or whatever the case may be, sometimes it can be a little bit, it can be a lot of it frustrating, because sometimes you'll then realize like who it is that you can really like roll with, who you know is always going to be down to go. And in a sense, I mean, it's pretty much what was going on. But, you know, she just said, listen, I'm putting it out there to everybody that I would not mind being there. And if they can come, they can come. If they cannot, so be it. I'm going to be there. She knew like a select few of us that definitely was going to be there, and was pretty much chill with that. Like, listen, we going to make it do. We going to make it shake. And that's it. Oh, there it is. So because this kit has like bows and stuff in it, I'm going to use some bows. So I'm going to use like a little bow on this sneaker. And so yeah, everybody that, you know, was like, yep, I'm going, we all booked. And we literally counting down. You know, if you guys have seen Girls Trip, you know, they went to New Orleans and bam, like it was turn up, okay? It was turn up. So we couldn't wait, sending memes to each other like, yes, we can't wait to go. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so bomb. And we're gonna have a good ass time. So we all was going to get there on Sunday, which I think I talked about in the last plan with me. I'll link it in case you haven't seen it. But we was all talking about, you know, going in on Sunday, trying to really like hone down on what actual, do I have a drink icon? Not really. What, you know, what day we actually was going to go, or what day rather we were all going to get there, how long we were going to stay. But we ironed out all those, you know, those details and whatnot, and we made it do what it do. So we ends up, oh yeah, these would be cute. We ends up all getting there like almost like one after another. Coming from where I live, I think actually for most of us, you know, we was like, well, we weren't really ready. We weren't really ready for the heat like that, but you know, we just had to make it do with what it do, and we kind of just, listen, we just made it shake. So yeah, I keep saying so, and I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to tolerate myself doing that. So we all get there or whatever. We all excited seeing each other. You know, it's been a minute. I mean, most of us had all really seen each other last, like when I got married. So it was, you know, well over 9 months since the last time we were all together. So we ended up I think I'm gonna put this at the bottom. We ended up all getting there like one after another, and or some of our other friends, they were kind of like already kind of going down there, which ironically enough worked out. So they met up with us too, and we just had a good time. And you know, my sister most importantly enjoyed herself and was very happy overall with the trip. You know, of course, there's, you know, some little hang-ups that happen, heat, you know, all that stuff. But it worked out perfectly like it was supposed to, and we're the most happy about that. So, let's see. So what was the boat ride? So that night, we were definitely hungry, and we weren't that far from Bourbon Street. So we went over to Bourbon Street, kind of to get a feel about, like, you know, what was going on. And we ended up, like, being down there a lot longer than we thought we were going to be down there, which was interesting because we ended up, like, turning up a little bit. I was just like, oh, we like about to have fun. And it was like, it was cute though. Like we listen, we like to have fun. We like to party, especially when we get together, because we know, we can all be around each other, trust each other, or whatever. And then, like, for me, I'm normally the mom all the time. I'm the mother of the group. And I didn't really have to be, because I don't know if I told you, but our mom also went as well. Listen, my mom was like, I'm going, I'm out, peace. So we all end up going down Bourbon Street. We found a place that the wait wasn't like hella long, and ended up getting some food, which, I mean, it was all right. My sister and her, like, drinks, they just, it just was not doing what it needed to do. And she had gotten like a fishbowl. This joint is hella crooked. Sorry, y'all. She ended up getting a fishbowl. Sorry, I did put that down there. She ended up getting a fishbowl, but ended up sending it back because it was a mess. But then we ended up walking down Bourbon Street. We got some more drinks. We took these shots, which were disgusting. They were disgusting. And what did we end up doing? Man, I saw that we was like partying. I mean, we partied. Okay, we partied, and we had a good old time. So I was sitting there thinking, so I think most of these boxes can lend itself to having something. Oh no, I hate when I do that. Ugh. I'm about to cover it with flowers. So we ended up going back to the room. I think we had intentions on kind of like partying the next day, which, I mean, we still did, but we ended up just kind of just kicking it. We had some drinks, and we had like a game that we played. Of course, we had to play Meek at midnight. We took shots. Even my mom kind of took a shot. Like, we just had a good time. And then after that, we were just like, all right, we'll see each other in the morning. Did we? No, we didn't. The morning time we had, the next day rather, we had some plans. So Monday, which is where I am now, we had like a boat tour we were gonna do, which was cool. It was along the Mississippi River. And dang, do I have a cake? I just got that butterfly cake. Maybe I'll do, I really don't like any of these candles, but I'm trying to think, y'all. Maybe I need to get rid of this flower. So maybe it's just, it's not giving what I want it to give. And we use the makeup there. Okay, let me try to get it together here. So We went on a boat. We went on a boat cruise. Mind you, me and one of my other girlfriends, we do not eat meat. So when we got on the boat and it was time for lunch, like all we had was the rice and beans. I mean, they were good, but we was like, damn, we hungry. But when we got on the boat, almost missed it first off. Almost missed the boat. Trying to get down there. Like, listen, it just be a thing. So almost missed the boat. Ended up we ended up going to getting to the boat right on time. Mom brought us around, which was amazing. And then the boat, pulled off, and we was like taking pictures, doing videos, posting. I know I did post a couple of things on my Instagram during that time, and we just kind of like, we chilled out. I did say I definitely want to go and do that tour again because I wasn't really paying attention. I mean, I caught some things, especially when we were still, but my sister also has a YouTube, so she was filming for that, and I'll be sure to link her. I think I'm gonna do it like this. I'll be sure to link her down below. But she we did our videos, we had our drinks, ended up going back, get more. Homegirl that was at the bar even admitted, she's like, yeah, I'm a heavy pour. We said, oh, we like you. Ate lunch, took the sights in a little bit, and then we got off, ended up walking. We weren't far from the outlet down there, so we ended up walking over to the outlet, got some ice cream and some drinks because we was hot, we was thirsty. Listen, there's a lot going on. And what ended up happening? We ended up finally, well, we was getting ready to go back to the hotel, and my sister was going to go get her makeup done at Sephora. So went to, let me make sure I got the right ones. Yeah. Ended up going back to her room, and like we decorated. That was already our plan to like decorate her room. We really wanted to do it like the night before, but we decorated her room. Super cute, surprised her. She was like, oh my god. She's like, I wasn't really expecting that, even though she kind of had an idea. We were like, give me your key. And sorry, y'all, I'm like trying to think. Ended up decorating her room or whatever. And then we got changed because we had reservations for dinner. She ended up getting her cake made while we were down there. The person did a great job with the cake. It looks so good. Very, very much so like her vision, like the inspo that she wanted. And she was happy. She was like, listen, this is exactly how I wanted it. It looks so good. It was so pretty. And it tastes good. Because y'all know that's important. It gotta taste good. So we decorated her room, got dressed, was heading out to dinner. Now let me tell y'all, I think this was my bad. And because the restaurant we were going to was 2 locations, and we ended up going to the wrong location the first time. So let me see, let's do some flowers. So we ended up having to redo it. Now I guess this woman was not from the area, because she was like, well, where is this at? Was like, Miss, we don't know. We don't know. Like, we we don't know. Sis, we don't know. We were like, we're not from here. You know, this is where we need to go. Y'all, her driving, terrible. Do not recommend. She was like, if she could have did a stop, like at a stop sign on the freeway, she probably would have, y'all. It was terrible. You hear me? Terrible. I said, oh my God, is this really happening, y'all? There was no, listen, y'all. We were all like, yo, we're probably going to end up dying today. And it ain't going to be cool. This will not be good. She's going to kill us. And we're in trouble because she didn't know what she was doing. Her driving was terrible. Finally get to the restaurant. As soon as we get there, this is when we meet the ass. And I'm going to just say that because I'm not going to put his name out there. But he was a butthole from jump. So when we was on our way, because of like getting the mix up with the address, we were running late. So we were trying to call the restaurant to like give them a heads up, like even before we left. And we could not get through. And we're like, yo, what the heck is going on? So we called the other location. It's like, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on because we can't even get through. We can't transfer you, whatever the case may be. So, hold on. My bad. My phone was getting ready to start dying, so I was trying to click out of it. Everything else started happening. Y'all already know how to get. So, I'm not even sure if I showed you guys. I put down a full box, and then this was like her birthday sale from Sadie Stickers, so I've been utilizing all of those things there. But that's what I did at the bottom. So now we went with Wednesday. So we get there. He's like, oh, there's no outside food. And we was just like, not even the cake. And we was just like, oh, it's like, well, it would have been great to get in touch with you guys so we could have known that, because otherwise we just left it at the hotel. But asshole here was like, yeah, like we can hold it in our refrigerator for you and give it to you when you're leaving. But we can't do no outside food. So, okay, whatever. So he took the cake. We took some pictures while we waited for the table to get set, and then went and got the food. Our waitress, amazing. You hear me? Amazing. She was so accommodating. Even though it wasn't her fault. I mean, it wasn't any of their faults outside of the company itself and their phone not working. But she was trying to be so accommodating because she already saw what was going on or whatever. So, so it's just like, all right, we sat down, we ate, food was good. We ended up being inside, not outside, but I'm kind of glad because once it started getting dark and we went out there to take pictures, man, we started getting bit up like almost instantly because it was like right near the water. So it was really nice. The area where the restaurant was really nice too. So, it was a nice ambiance. Waitress and he even took pictures or whatever. Like she was beautiful. She was beautiful. So, one of our friends that was with us, she works in the restaurant industry. So she said, well, sometimes, even though that may be the policy, they'll, sometimes let you, they said sometimes, they'll do like a fee or whatever to cut. And I was like, yeah, that's like, even if we need to buy a dessert or whatever, for this, like I'll buy a dessert, just so she can have her cake and stuff like that. So we asked our waitress, could she go and get the manager, asshole? And literally when he walked over, I didn't hear him say it, but when he walked over, he said, is this about the cake? Like, well, damn. Because at that same time, one of her other friends realized when she was taking a sip from her drink that her glass was chipped. So I didn't hear that. So I just like walked over and I heard him and he's like, well, as I said, our apologies. Like he just went left like super fast. And I'm just like, yo, like what the F? So then she said, you know what? So the girl who we were with that works in the industry was like, you know what? Her drink also, like her glass also has a chip in it. He's like, well, who is her? I'm just like, this, I'm about to get up and punch him. Do you hear me? I'm got to get up and I'm about to punch him. So, we told him like, okay, it's, this young lady here. She's the one who needs a new drink, new glass or whatever. So he went to go get it. When he came back, that's we ended up saying too, it would have been great if y'all phone would have been working, because then, we would have been aware, wouldn't even bought the cake or whatever the case. But when he came back to talk, he's like talking over my mom's head. And I don't like, I mean, first of all, it's rude. You should not be talking like that. You should be like standing in between. Like, I know we were a larger group, but you should be like standing in between people, not like directly over her, and not even making it a point to even try to move or whatever. And he just kept being rude and like antagonistic and stuff like that. So after a while I said, all right, and I said his name and I said, all right, you can go, we're done, because he was pissing me off. My mom was irked and I'm sitting right across from her. And I don't know about y'all, I don't play about my mama. I don't play about a lot of people, especially those that I love. But what you're not going to do is keep talking over my mother's head like that, annoying her, even though we're like telling you, you need to like back up or something. I mean, he was like legit over top of her head. So, like I said, our waitress, so accommodating, she was so sweet. Ended up giving us like some to-go containers and like silverware and stuff like that to take back to the hotel for us to cut the cake. Like she was so sweet. Definitely appreciate her, and highly recommend her. She was sweet. So we called for another Uber to go back to the hotel, and we were all going to go back to the hotel, meet up, and sing happy birthday, and slice the cake up or whatever. So we ended up getting back to the hotel, sliced the cake up or whatever, and we were good to go. So after that, we kind of like, like my mom, she's ready to go to bed, so she ended up going to bed or whatever. Some of the other girls, they left because they were staying in another hotel. And then we just kind of all chit-chatted up or whatever for a little bit, and then everybody kind of went to bed. We were tired. So, let me see. I want to use that little flight thing. Got this like flight sticker that I got in like a grab bag from Sadie Stickers. I want to use it. I mean, when else will I use it? I don't know, but I want to use it. So next day we had plans for brunch. So brunch me, please. Let me tell you, that freaking brunch was so good. So good. And I highly recommend, if you go to NOLA, I'm going to put down the name of the place. If you go to NOLA, I want you to go there. Because when they say bottomless mimosas, they mean bottomless mimosas. The first one, I ended up having to ask for him to, refill. But he came right back every other time. Okay. I was like, damn. So, I like, nobody else had ordered it. I'm just like, y'all corny. So I said, I was like, all right, well, if y'all want some, y'all can have some or whatever. So they did take, like, some of them tried it or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's not, it's not bad. I didn't get like a hangover or whatever, so I don't believe they use any like cheap champagne or whatever. So I was happy with it, but that brunch was so good. I got like pretty much like eggs Benedict, but I do not do like that over easy. No, I got my eggs scrambled, and I got it. They had a crab cake one, and it's funny because 3 of us all got the crab cake one. My mom and my sis-in-law got pancakes, and then my other friend had got chicken and waffles, and everybody was like, I mean, my girlfriend said the waffles was like a little overdone, she said, but the chicken was seasoned really well. Like, and honestly, this whole trip with Nola, we was excited about the food. You hear me? We was like, yes, we are going to F this food up when we go. So we couldn't wait. So we had our brunch. After that, we were going to go hit up the regular mall. So we called like the Uber like 2 or 3 times, and it took them forever to get there. And then eventually the guy was like, oh, I'm at such and such. Lies. He was not. Ended up canceling the whatchamacallit. He ended up canceling the ride. So we started seeing some taxis. So I said, Mom, let's just jump in a taxi or whatever. So we jumped in a taxi and we left and went to the mall. My sister wanted to go into Zara because, like, where she lived, there is not a Zara nearby. So went into Zara, whatever. Ended up getting a perfume out of there. My girlfriend bought it for me. It smells so good. I actually wore it yesterday. It smells so good. I was like, yes, honey, yes. I love it. So we ended up shopping around the mall a little bit or whatever. Got some Starbucks, of course, you already know. I ended up not getting Starbucks that day. I said, no, I'm gonna conserve. I'm gonna get Starbucks when we're on our way home. But we walked around, we talked, chatted, or whatever. Mom, she was like, okay, y'all young folks, I see y'all later. I'm gonna go such and such, and then I'll call you when I'm done. We was like, all right, Mom, bye. See you later. So we ended up, we was in Zara for like the majority of the time because she wanted to really like shop around or whatever. And then afterwards we did we go anywhere else? I think when we came in, we was in like a department store, so we like looked at some of the shoes and the bags, of course. I don't remember what other stores did we go into? I don't even remember now, which is sad. But we mainly did it up in Zara though. Then after that we thought we were going to have some time to go back to the hotel. Did we go back to the hotel? Yeah, I'm sitting there trying to remember. We was gonna go back to the hotel so we can like drop off the stuff because we also had a walk-in food tour. Told y'all we was about the food, okay? We were about the food. So we ended up meeting everybody else for the food tour. And I mean, this is when the heat got the best of all of us because listen, being outside in that sun and humidity, none of us was really prepared. I mean, the tour itself was great. The tour guide, he actually is a native that now does the tours like that. He's retired, but he's like, he does the tours now in his free time. And pretty much, I mean, he did a great tour. But there was this guy. He annoyed everybody, okay? He was loud. He was acting like he was the tour guide. Like, dog, shut up. He just kept interrupting the tour guide. And our tour guide was so patient because I was just like, listen, I would have been like, yo, if you don't shut the beep, beep, beep up, that like legit. He was so annoying. And would come to find out, he was there with his wife. And I'm like, why won't she control him? No, sis was like, I'm gonna go smoke my cigarette. She was done. She was like, listen, I need a break too. So she ended up she kept ghosting. It was funny as hell. But we went to what, 4 different places. A couple of the spots we couldn't, me and my girlfriend, we couldn't eat the food because it was made with meat or whatever. But nonetheless though, like everything that we had was super good. Freaking the gumbo was a seafood gumbo. That was good. We had crawfish etouffee, which now I know how to say it. And that was delicious. We ended up walking around like later on too, and I bought like some of the like seasoning for that. Oh, when we was at dinner, I meant to tell you, when we was at dinner, my sister got the barbecue shrimp and crab cake. So we thought is what we thought was barbecue shrimp, right? No, their barbecue shrimp is like what you cook it in, like how people normally will steam their seafood. Like that's what their barbecue and consists of. So that was good. So I ended up getting that and the etouffee like seasonings or whatever. But we had that. I didn't have the rice and beans because that was made with sausage or whatever. Let me tell you about this guy. He was like, well, whatever y'all don't want, I'll take it. So anytime we got some of the food that we didn't eat, we gave it to him, and he was just too happy. He was just too happy to eat it. I was like, yo, this man is freaking crazy. Y'all, he was something else. That's all I'm gonna say. He was something else. And I'm just like, yo, his wife just gave no F's. She gave no F's. You hear me? No F's. But the very end, of course, he talked about Cafe du Monde and beignets and some of the other desserts, like bananas Foster was started down in, like, honestly, a lot of the food that we love was like created down in New Orleans. And New Orleans had like Creole, Cajun, African, French, German, what was the other one? England, like a lot of, it's like a big melting pot of like foods that end up influencing a lot of like the things that we all like love and enjoy now, you know? So big ups to New Orleans, which is how you say it, because he also told us that. He said, this is how you say it. So I had to make sure I was in frame. So yeah, so we ended up doing a tour. Then after that, we walked around to get some desserts. And oh yeah, we got some pralines, which is what it's called. He said it's not pralines, it's pralines, something like that. And got some macaroons, some gelato, and then we ended up going back to our rooms. And then we wanted to go to the pool. And what's crazy is literally it went from being like really nice to being really like cool, all like very, very quickly. It was kind of crazy, like how fast the weather had changed. Because we was like, oh yeah, we go to the pool because it was hot. It was hot that day, and then all of a sudden, it was nighttime. It's just like, what the hell? So we were all talking about going to get like food or whatever, but we ended up just ordering Uber Eats to the hotel, y'all. Like we didn't feel like it. So we ended up ordering Uber Eats, and I'm gonna put this in a box. And we all like kind of went back to, everybody went back to their like respective room, because a lot of us, we kind of like tired, especially after that food tour. Some of us went back to my sister's room to hang with her. We ate, we talked, laughed or whatever, and then we was helping her. Did we take down? I think we took down the decorations then, because we didn't want to leave it for her to, you know, have to take them down. So, took down the decorations or whatever, and then we kind of like, you know, said our good nights, and that was really it. I mean, I hate that. I'm hating that that was like the end of the trip, but yeah, it's the end of the trip because we were all heading back on Wednesday. So Wednesday roll around, we all wake up and we get ready to, you know, pack up and fix up the room. No, we actually took down the decorations that morning, yeah. So we ended up like taking down the decorations or whatever and said our goodbyes. So my sister and my other friend, like my friend was leaving later on that day, but my sister wasn't leaving until the following day. So we ended up saying our goodbyes, which was kind of sad. I wanted to cry, but I tried to be a G and didn't cry, but I really wanted to cry because first off, I don't like separating from my sister. She is my only like blood sister. But two, like the mother in me was kind of kicking in because I'm just like, I don't want her to be by herself, or, you know, but with time and work and, you know, we had to be mindful of our time and stuff. So, you know, we separated, said our goodbyes, hopped in the thing. My sister and friend went to go get some food or whatever. Then eventually my friend left at the airport. Then my sister, she ended up just chilling in the room. She didn't really feel like going out. She didn't really feel like going out, so she ended up just chilling in the room or whatever. And yeah, then got home. We got to the airport. Actually ended up, they had a Cafe Du Monde at the airport because we just did not feel like going back to like the main cafe. So that is on my list. Like the next time I actually go, I want to actually go to the actual like store. But we ended up heading back to the airport. Got a Starbucks, mad because they didn't have my I think I wanted matcha. I think that's what it was, and they didn't have any matcha. I was so sad. I should have got something else, but I just said no, it's fine. I didn't get anything else. And we ended up getting on a plane, and we headed back home. And we got here, and funny because some of our friends had left. One of our friends had like an early flight, and then the other two that was with us, well, her mom and dad and her all ended up being on the same flight as us. So our other friend, whoever was home, came back to pick up them because that's her best friend. And then my husband had showed up to pick up me and my girlfriend, and then my brother had picked up my mom and his lady at the same time. So we all ended up like getting in the car at the same time or whatever. So, you know, we gave each other hugs, say bye, whatever, and then we went home. So after we dropped my girlfriend off at home, and then I came home and became domestic again. I was in here like cooking and cleaning. I say, y'all, this vacation was not long enough. Gosh darn it. So, yeah, ended up coming home, and that was really it. I was so sad. I'm like, oh my God, you know. Talked to Babe, let him know like how the trip was, told him about the asshole at the restaurant, and yeah, it was a mess. But he was happy to have me home. He missed me. He's just like, you left me here to fend for myself, and you know, men can be so dramatic sometimes. I'm just like, Babe, stop it. You talk about for real. You love me by myself. I'm like, sir, Make me fight you. So, yep. So then I went back to work the next day. I ended up working from home this day because I already knew I was not going to be wanting to be up in nobody's office doing nada. What box am I going to use? Gotta be one of these scene ones. I'll do the cake. Who doesn't like cake on Fridays? So yeah, we ended up working from home, and it was a chill day. Was that this? No, that was this last weekend. I'm mixing up weeks, y'all. Jesus help me. So yeah, I ended up having a potential event, and I'm like, well, I was reaching out to my colleague, like, do you know who I'm supposed to contact? Because when I reached out, I didn't get nothing. And she's like, yeah, I'm trying to figure it out too. She said, if I find out, I'll let you know, and you do the same. I was like, all right. So yeah, ended up then filming the week before this, Plan With Me. So if you guys have not seen that, I'll definitely link that too. I had did a collab with CoCo, and we kind of went over, we were talking about some of the pet peeves that we had in the planner community. So I did that or whatever, and then unpacked my clothes, did some washing or whatever the case may be. I did end up going to go pick up my, I think I said this plenty of times, but hubby and my fur baby don't really get along. So I took her to my mom so my brother can watch her. So I ended up going out, got some lunch while I was out. I had something that I needed to pick up from FedEx, and then I went and got my cat for her home or whatever. And then later on that day, I had therapy. Now on to Friday, where I am. I did go work in office. I was doing some more follow-up from the previous week. I tried to be like on top of my stuff last week, but it really wasn't working out that well. And trying to think what I'm gonna use for that. Yeah, it wasn't really working out that well, and I kind of was like, I was a little upset. I'm just like, damn, this is still a lot of work I gotta do. But I mean, I did what I needed to do, y'all, like I always do. So I did my follow-up. My coworker was there, so we like caught up. I had a couple questions for her. She was asking me if I heard anything different, and we caught up real quick or whatever for she to jump on the meeting. Then after that, I ended up leaving work on time. So I was like, I'm getting out of here. Plus I had an event to go to. So headed out. I was sitting here looking at this gold thing that I have, but I don't really have much on there. Let's see if I have anything else in my stash. So I ended up coming home, hung with Babe. I started getting dressed. He talked about, where you going? I said, hello, sir. Did you forget? He's talking about, oh, you leaving me again. I said, sir, it's going to be all right. I will not be out long. But since I was going by myself, I was not trying to be out there all day. Or be out all night, rather. So, I ended up coming home, changed my clothes, hung out with him, got dressed, and then I headed out to an event. Like, if you guys have not been hearing me, I've been having a lot of events, and May was definitely like where the bulk of them were. Was like something every week. Like I ended up not going to all of them because I was going away, but listen, it was, oh yeah, I can use the rings for that since I was with hubby. I ended up being out there, and I was mad because I ended up having to get gas while I was out, which was terrible. But I got gas and then came home afterwards. But the event itself, it was like non-traditional in a sense, but it was really good. Like she did a great job setting it up, and she like paid homage to some people that was like from our area that did things in like the arts. So we had like it was a singer there, it was a tap dancer there. The theme was for everybody to wear hats. I did not have a hat, but it was so cute. And then somebody in her chapter, it was their birthday, so they like sung happy birthday to her. It was really nice. And it was funny, on my way home, he normally does not sleep, so this is how I know his behind was tired. I called him, well, I texted him, I was like, all right, babe, I'm on my way home. And then I kind of give him like updates, like, oh, I'm such and such, or I'm such and such. And he was not responding. So I called, and it didn't go straight to voicemail, but it rang. I'm just like, oh, he must be asleep. So I ended up finding a parking spot, which was good. I'm glad that I found the parking spot. But he was knocked out. I said, dang. I said, you must have been tired. He said, oh, baby, I am so sorry. I said, it's all right. It's cool, babe. So for Saturday, super sleepy this day, but we ended up going to Harrisburg. The first woman to be in charge of the entire state of Pennsylvania for the Eastern Stars. Her she actually did not have a headstone. So one of the projects that those that are in charge now actually went ahead and they got a headstone made for her. So we were going to do a dedication of that headstone on this Saturday. And it turned out like beautiful. The service was really good. Like we did like a bit of a OES service or whatever, and it was really nice. But it was hot. Even though we had a tent, it was still hot. We in a cemetery, the bugs, like, y'all, I was just like, this is not. I probably should have did it the other way. I said, this is not okay. But then afterwards, they were having like hospitality nearby. We really weren't planning because we had like an event to go to that night. So we weren't planning on staying. But we ended up going to the hospitality for a little bit, and this is probably gonna be sticky. So what am I gonna? I don't know. Let me just use a new one. So we ended up going to the hospitality for a little bit. We sat and chit-chatted with, some of the peoples. And then we rode out. We were just like, listen, we gotta go. We got to go. So we headed out and drove back home. And we didn't really sit for too long since we ended up staying or whatever, but we did. We ended up making a couple of stops on our way home. We wanted to stop by the Wine and Spirits, and then we got Primos because we were going to like a BYOB and BYOF, or bring your own food, bring your own beer or beverage. So we ended up going there and getting that stuff, and then we came home. We kind of like chilled out. I think I took a nap that day. I was tired. I took a shower. I took a nap. It was heavenly. Okay. It was heavenly. Oh, I really need my nails done, y'all. Really need my nails done. I'm sitting here looking like, oof, this is not cute. So yeah. I'm gonna use a actual foiled one. So yeah, so came home, showered, napped, got up. I kind of put all the stuff in the bag, try to make sure we had enough like condiments, napkins, like all of those type of things. And then we headed up to the event. Funny part is we were told the event started at 10. Nope, it started at 9. So we were already like an hour and a half behind, which was quite funny, but whatever. Oops. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, so we ended up going, met up with a couple of our friends that were already there. And you know, we probably hung out maybe like a good hour. And then we was like, all right, y'all, we ready to go? It's like, yeah, we ready to go. So we all we all left. Came back home, and that was the end of our Saturday. So let me put a box at the bottom. So yeah, now here is the fun part. I am notorious. I'm just putting this here at the bottom, y'all. I'm notorious for missing days when I like write down my plans, and this Sunday is one of them. But I do kind of remember that day. I'm not going to talk about everything, and there'll probably be like a box on here that I'm going to omit writing anything in, but I do pretty much for the most part remember what ended up happening that day. So I was supposed to put that sooner. Oh well, we are going to keep on rocking. Let me put this here. My bad, y'all. Camera, well, my phone died, so let me show y'all what I did real quick on Sunday. So I just marked off for me going making breakfast and then errands, and this is for the thing that I did, and then this is for our event that we had that night. So not too much, but let me show you guys everything all laid out before the pen. I think this came out super pretty even before, you know, I do any writing. Super pretty. I like it. I think I did well today. Only really used like that one transparent thing. That's how the flowers that I use, and then this is everything that is left in the kit. But yeah, do one more wiggle. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.